Hi there, this is the Mega Supreme here with a Transformers toy review. I'm having a look at Warriors Defensor. This is a box set which is produced by Takara. With Hasbro, what you've got is they released all of the figures individually, whereas Takara released it as a box set. This box set does include the deluxe class Groove here, who's pictured here, rather than having him as a smaller figure that fits on the chest. The Takara one's gone for him as a deluxe figure, which then replaces Rook in the set. So this is the front of the box here. It does then open up. I've obviously taken them all out, but just to show you, it all opens up there, and you can then display them in there against that. And at the back there, you probably can't see it, but you've kind of got schematics of all the figures in their kind of vehicle modes where everything's kind of laid out. And then if I bring this up slightly, what you can then see is some artwork and a tech spec there. So you've got strength of 10, intelligence 8, and so on. And then you've got a few pictures of them in robot and vehicle mode. Bring it across here. On the back here, you've got some more pictures in combined mode, and they're kind of recommended setup. Obviously, you can swap them all around as you like, and that's why they've got the kind of arrows going around, and some other pictures of them all in robot and vehicle mode. As well, you do get like a collector's coin here, which opens up, and you get a Defensor coin in there. So what does it say? I think it's actually called, they actually call it Guardian, I think. This is Guardian on here, although somewhere else it does refer to as Defensor. But there you go. So you've got the nice coin in here. Put that to one side. As part of the review as well, what I'll be doing is have a look and comparing these guys to the Hasbro versions. Okay, so it doesn't quite. I'll have a look at all of them. My kind of display here doesn't kind of show it all off here, but you can see you've got them all in vehicle mode here. They look really nice as a set together. What I'll do is I'll have a look at each one in their vehicle mode, compare it to the Hasbro version, and then we'll have a look at them in robot mode, do the same sort of thing, point out, what's different, what I like, don't like, that type of thing, and have a look at him in combined mode. Okay, so we'll start off with Hotspot. So let's do this. So here we go. Got him in vehicle mode here. So you can see all of this is painted on the top here. The colours very vibrant. You do have kind of flame works down here. On all of them they have the kind of alloys painted. Some nice silver paintwork in here. This is all paint as well. It's like a glossy red sort of colour in here. And you've got paint applications all around the front. If you then have a look at the Hasbro version here, you can kind of see where they're different. First of all, in colour, this one kind of stands out a lot more. This is kind of a lot paler. You do have added detail on the Hasbro one, so you've got the fire rescue bit down the side, but you don't have any paint on the wheels. This has got the sticker set, so it's got a few extra bits on the top here. Again, this is all painted as well, but it's not as bright. And then you come around to the side here. Same on this side. You do have an Autobot symbol on this one, whereas on this one you just have the fire rescue, which is the same on both sides. And on the front there, the detail is pretty much the same. But you do have this here, which is all different compared to the solid black on this one. And again, you've got kind of blue in here versus just the black on here. I've got the guns on this one actually, which I don't have on the other one. And then if you bring it around to the back here, this one's got stickers on it and this one doesn't. Okay, so that's those two in vehicle mode. It's tough to say which I prefer actually. I probably prefer the paint apps on him apart from the wheels, but I prefer the colour on this guy. So probably this one shades it slightly. but with all of them, it's really tight, to be honest with you. And I'm not, I'm not saying you should buy one set or the other. It probably depends on whether or not you prefer to have groove or not. Although they may well be releasing them into the set here. So you've got first aid. You can see these two actually look quite different. Apart from the wheels here, you've got a lot of difference in the paint applications added on them. Probably prefer this one. Although it's got a few extra little paint apps, the Takara one. On the front here you can see you've got the headlights are painted versus this one isn't. And the blue that's used on here is probably a little bit better. And this, I'd never noticed it before now, but the red that I've used for the sirens on here is really like a dark red compared to probably a more accurate red on here. And then on the back here, these are all painted on the Takara one versus these are the stickers that come with the Hasbro one, which I think look pretty cool. Yeah, so again, it's just want to show you both side by side to see what you think. So if you're kind of planning on buying one versus the other, you can make a decision based on what you see here. But they're both pretty decent, I think. So that's the Takara one, that's the Hasbro one. So I'm piling them up on the side here. Oh, next up we've got Streetwise. These two are actually very different. So in this hand here, I've got the Takara one, and this one is the Hasbro one. Now the Hasbro one actually has got a lot more paint applications on it, and they're slightly different colours. So this is more of a creamy white, this is more of a greyish sort of colour. This is probably closer to the old G1 toy, I would say, in terms of style and look. I'd probably prefer the Hasbro one if it had the wheels done in, but again, not much between it. See, all the front is done differently as well. A lot of different paint applications in this one. This one, the Hasbro one's got the stickers on the back as well. And obviously you've got different colour. You've got police on the side and a little star on this one, whereas this one you've got kind of blue paint applications added here and here, which I think looks a little bit better. But again, it's all down to personal preference. So this next up we've got blades. Another tough one. What I do like on this is the Takara, and what I do like on this is on the missiles, where they've added extra paint applications on the end here as well, and also how you've got this, which isn't just one solid piece. You've got this bit which is white, and then this bit which is grey plastic as well. With this one, it's kind of more of a solid colour throughout. You can see, so it's mostly red plastic, but all the colouring is done differently as well. I actually think the stripe and all this is actually probably done slightly better, and you've got extra paint applications on the side here. The Hasbro one, obviously I've added a few extra stickers and things like that. And on this one as well, the Hasbro one, you can see you've got paint applications black at the top here where my thumb is, and the Takara one doesn't have that. So probably go with the Hasbro one versus this one just slightly, but there really isn't much to pick in it at all. It's just, again, down to what you prefer. What I will say is when we get them into robot mode is on all of the Takara ones, the joints are a lot better than the Hasbro ones. They just hold together a lot well, and you don't have the kind of loose legs and things like this. This isn't really a fair comparison, but just to show you there's two different guys in the group. So the Hasbro one, you've got Rook, which is a really smart little kind of armoured kind of tank vehicle here, which is really nice. Loads of detail, and I think they did a really good job on this one. It's one of my favourite characters, and it's also then being used as a retool for Swindle and also Impactor. And Groove is an entirely new mould, very nicely done. He's even got a little stand here which kind of folds out, which is part of underneath his arm here. Wheels roll nice paint applications. New guns as well, which are used as well. You've got some see-through plastic on here as well, on the side. Police on here, Autobot symbol in the front, little sirens to the side. You can put a gun in there if you want to, and I've seen a few people put like legend size figures, kind of sit them on there as well. So that's that. The other thing to mention is about the kind of combiner pieces. Now on the Takara one, what you basically get is two sets of the same thing. So you get one set like this and another set like that, so you've got identical feet and hands. With the Hasbro one, you just kind of get what each character comes with, so you'll have 4 slightly different hands or feet. The weapons are pretty much the same. The only difference is on the Takara ones, you don't have paint on the handles here. And this obviously is just a solid black piece. So that's that. Right, now what we're going to do is have a look at them all in robot mode. Also, I just thought, as we're getting them all into robot mode, I might as well show you the transformation for Groove. So let's get his guns off either side, as soon as this is new mould, and the others. So what you do here is unpeg his arms from here, fold this bit in, move his arms out like this, bring them down, this wheel, open it up, open these bits up to the side here. You're then going to fold out his legs like that, peg these bits into there, and unpeg the legs from there, like so. Swivel the leg around, the waist round like that, pull this down, swivel it around, and does it go like yeah. So then did it go in like that? Can't remember. Yeah, I think it just goes in like that. And then swivel this bit around like that. Bring his hands around like so. And there you've got him in his robot mode. And then let's pop some guns in his hand as well. Like that, give you a close-up look of him. Nice head sculpt on him, new one. It's got light piping in it as well. Articulation's the same as you would expect on Combiner Wars figure. You know, everything's kind of on ball joints. Got the normal sort of swivel, head can go up, can't really go down much, swivel all the way around. You do have waist articulation, so that can move here. Feet can go all the way up, all the way back, kind of. You've got a bit of a swivel in here, and got a bend at the knee here as well, and that's about it. But yeah, cool figure. So let's have a look at the rest now in robot mode, and we'll compare them to the Hasbro versions as well. Okay. Alright, here we go. So we've got, first of all, we've got Groove and Rook. So just having a look at both of these. Obviously they're different figures, but both are really nice characters, very well done. All the paint applications are done nicely on them. Rook is really good because, you know, it's a brand new character. But with Takara, you know, they gave us what we wanted really, and give us deluxe size Groove, which is really cool. But, you know, I have to say, you know, well done to Hasbro for kind of doing something a little bit different with it, rather than just kind of just doing exactly the same thing. which is, you know, we've got a brand new character out of this, which is then being used. Love the head sculpt on this guy. It's really nice. And here are all the new stickers and things that are on him as well, which kind of make it nice. But you know, I don't know. It's hard to say a winner between the two. I think they're both very good figures. If I have a look at Blades next, it's again with all of these, it's very little subtle differences. The Takara one's to the left here, the Hasbro to the right, and this one here just looks a lot cleaner. It kind of more cohesive, I guess. The Hasbro one's probably got more paint apps, so you've got silver here and down here, on the fist here. But this one looks cleaner. You've got all of this is all white, and then you've got this which is silver. All around the kind of chest area is all red, and the paint that they use for the head sculpt is kind of a lighter blue, which makes his face kind of stand out a little bit more. Whereas this one looks a little bit more sort of washy, if you know what I mean. It just isn't as good. So probably lean towards the Takara one on that one. But again, very, they're both really good figures. Streetwise here, and the paint applications they've used on these guys is completely different. You know, on the Hasbro one, you've got kind of red kind of arms, and on the where they've mixed up, and the crotch piece here is red, whereas this one's grey, and then they've used red plastic on the legs instead, and little red bits on the feet, whereas these ones are actually stickers on here and on the sides here. I do prefer this where it's all one colour in here, whereas this one's got like a red combiner piece kind of sticking through the middle. The other thing as well, again with the head sculpt, is it's a lot cleaner and brighter. So you can see the eyes on this one really kind of pop out at you, because it's kind of a lighter sort of colour, but it just kind of pops out a little bit better. So it's a hard one again, but just down to preference on the day, which one you prefer. Slightly lean towards the Takara one at the moment. Again, mostly because of the paint applications used on the head there, it just stands out a little bit more. You can see how they've used, and the red as well is like a more of a gloss red on this one, which makes it stand out. So that's Streetwise, and next we've got First Aid. So got him here and here, and very similar to Streetwise actually. I love this one, but then when I got this one, I was like, wow, just using different paint in here just makes him look a better figure. It suits him a lot more. The paint applications they've used on this guy is really good. With the sticker sets that you've got on here, you've got stickers there, down here, on the side here. They both look really good. I think it just comes down to their head sculpt and the paints they've used with it. It just looks better, more like First Aid. There's other differences with the white plastic here versus the red, and a few paint choices at the top of the legs here, and around here we've got silver paint versus none. The Autobot symbol on here, whereas stickers on these ones. But yeah, I just have to say that I prefer the Takara one at the moment, just because of the head sculpt there. If you have a close look up on it, it's really bright and just makes the figure pop out a little bit more. This one's really good, but it's not as clean. You see the paint isn't like right in the corner, and it's a much darker blue than around here. Around this one here, it just seems a lot cleaner, in my opinion anyway. And then we've got the leader, which is Hotspot. So on the right here, I'll need to bring the camera up. As it's the other one, and you can see what I mean about the colours that have been used on this one. So on the Hasbro one on the right here, he's actually got quite a lot of paint apps. So you've got all these ones in the shoulder here, where you've got silver and red paint used, and And again, this solid red piece here with lots of silver paint and bits that then carry through onto the vehicle mode. On this one, it's not as much. You've got some silver coming through in here, and they've kind of mixed this up here as well with the red pieces in here. You've got silver to the side here. I prefer the crotch piece on here, whereas this is kind of black straight from the just below, well, above the waist bit right down here, so it doesn't, the waist doesn't really stand out as much. They have added black paint in here in these little corner pieces, which you don't have on here, and running through there, which is a nice touch though. I probably prefer the Hasbro version for the overall look, but the actual colour on the Takara one I prefer. So it's kind of, again, a bit of a mix and match, like if you could have this one in that colour. The head sculpt again, you know, exactly the same, just slightly different colours used. The red on this one probably stands out a little bit more versus that one, but both excellent figures. And then we'll have a look at the Takara one all together. So let's bring in, we've got a hot spot here, let's bring in all the gang. Give you a shot of them all together. So there they all are in robot mode. Now what we'll do is we'll get them combined and have a look at them in combined mode Defensor. Okay, so see you in a bit. Right, here we are. We've got them both in their combined mode with Unite Warriors Defensors or Guardian on the left here and Hasbro's Defensor on the right. As you can see on the kind of front section here, you don't actually have as many paint details and the colouring is slightly different. Whereas on the Hasbro one you have all of this coloured, and on the legs you've got added stickers here. Now that I've got them side by side, I probably prefer this torso just because of the breakup in the colour. Although I do like all the extra stickers and things on there, and I do prefer the paintwork on here. So overall, probably as a look, I probably prefer the one on the left, but the Hasbro one is, you know, just as good really. It just comes down to personal preference. In terms of the individual figures, they're probably there's probably slightly better quality on the Takara one in terms of the joints and things like that, so that's slightly better. The Hasbro ones do actually have more paint applications overall, I would say. Although the Takara ones aren't as much, they are done very well. And you know, in terms of overall combined mode, it's just really what you prefer. Obviously at the moment you cannot, the only way you can get this deluxe groove is by buying the box set. So if you really do want that, probably this is going to be the way to go. There are rumours that Hasbro are doing a deluxe groove because there's been some pictures released on their website of it, but nothing's been as confirmed as yet. So you know, if you've already got the Hasbro set, probably I would say just wait a little while and see if they do release it. If you haven't got any of these ones, I would probably go for the Takara set and then buy Rook separately, because he's definitely worth getting, this guy on the side here, and also getting the Legends groove as well, and you can sit him on the bike there. I think that'd be quite cool. Really, that's everything. Hope you've enjoyed the review. And stay tuned for more. Cheers then, bye bye.